It's me, Royale. I have been inactive for a while. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I decided to record this. I honestly wanted to do the drawing part once I got my lag figured out, but I don't want you guys to be waiting for too long, so I decided to record something, and I thought of a great content of sharing a story that happened in my short time of life. It was rather interesting, so I guess it's just gonna be me telling you some interesting stories as I draw related to that story. Without further ado, I shall get started. So it was like, I guess, a year and a half or 2 years ago. In the country that I live in, people, as in strangers, usually don't go up to you and start a conversation. Like, it's very unusual. And me having born in that sort of background, like, I wasn't used to people just coming up to me randomly and literally just acting as if you've known them for a long time. And that's exactly what happened. I remember it so clearly that it's sort of creepy. Okay, so I was in a Starbucks and there's like a door here and there was the main, and over here was the counter. And over here, you know, where you put the drinks and stuff, whatever. And then there were like seats over here. And I was like sitting over here. To enlarge this, I'll show you what the hell happened, okay? So it was I believe, a square table, so squiggly. Screw that. Okay, so there was a square table, and then it was a table for, I think, 2. There was like a seat here, and then this was a sofa. You guys get the feel of it, right? And I was sitting here. I was like over here. There's another seat here, and the sofas are connected. Bro, this dude was sitting here. They weren't even there. They were like somewhere. I have no idea where the hell they came from. I was like playing games on my phone, and then like suddenly I looked to the like my right, and then there's like this dude like here, not even here, like here. And then I was like, huh? And then this person saw that I dropped what I was doing and I had my attention on them. So they were like, this is a chance. And they were like, oh, did you eat dinner? And that time, it was like, I had a schedule up till dinner, and I had dinner time from like 5 to 6. And this dude, random person, was like, did you have dinner? And it's really unusual in the country that I live in for people to randomly go up to a stranger and ask, did you have dinner? Because we just mind our own business and we don't really exactly talk to strangers, because there's a thing where people think that strangers are something dangerous, which is why an alarm went in my head. It was like, oh, stranger alert. It's like, you need to run, or you need to report, or either you just need to act like you're a dumbass and you don't know what the hell is happening. And guess what I chose? I chose the third one. Don't ask me why. I still do not know why the hell I chose that. So I was sitting here and I was like doing games, right? This person was like, what are you doing? I was like, who are you? And then that person introduced themselves to me, and I forgot their name because I can't bother to remember every single person that I encounter, including stranger, to remember their name. And then they were like, yeah. And then I was like, yes, hello, do you have anything is there something you want from me? Because clearly that's what I thought their purpose was, because why the hell would they be talking to me, to a high schooler? I was like, I was, doing games. And then they were like, oh, what games? And I'm like, Genshin. And then they were like, oh, I've never heard of that. Can I eat? I actually didn't say that, but similar to that line. And I was like, yeah, it's a good game. Is there something you want from me? I asked again. And they were like, no, nothing in particular. Yeah, I was just, walking around and I wanted to have a new friend. So, I decided to talk to you. Out of a lot of many people, why me? Why the was it me? It could have been somebody sitting like over here or over here or whatever. It's big. The Starbucks is freaking huge. Okay, there's a table over here, the standing tables over, not over there, but then like here, right? And then this person decided to talk to me, which I interpreted as I look like a weak person, so they thought that it would be easier to pick on me and screw over me or something, like, trick me or something. So my second alarm went off, so I was like, I'm in danger. And there was the 3 choices again. 1, run. 2, report. 3, act dumb. Guess what I chose again? Yep, 3. Why the did I chose 3? I'm still regretting that. So I was like, yeah, and then this person was like, oh, I was just trying to eat dinner, and I was lonely, and I was like, in my head I was like, it's none of my business, bro. It's none of my business. Get to the point if you want to take my money or something. Like, and then they were like, oh, so I was like lonely, so I just, found you and stuff. And then like they were acting all so friendly. And then I was like, oh yeah, but I sort of had to eat my dinner, so could you let me eat dinner because this is getting very uncomfortable? So they were like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, usually people would say, oh, sorry for bothering you if somebody says that, right? But then they were like, oh yeah, sure. Can I join you? And I was like, huh? What now? You say what now? Did I hear it right? And I was like, I said I only, met you like legit like 10 minutes ago, not even 10, like 5 minutes ago. And I don't feel comfortable eating with a person that I met 5 minutes ago. So, could you let me be? And they were like, their face suddenly changed. And I was like, oh, I screwed up. And then this person has some guts, okay? They asked me for my phone number. And I was like, oh, what? You what now? Huh? In what sort of country did you come from that speaks the same language as I do and was told to just get a phone number from a random person? I was like, I am screwed. Okay, yeah, okay. Bye, mom. Sorry. I was like seriously that panicking, and this person was like, yeah. I was like, I'll think about it. And then like legit, like 2 minutes later, this person asked me again, can I have your phone number? And I was like, oh my fucking god. Like seriously, this person doesn't know how to stop. I was like, okay. And this person looked like they won't let me go unless like I gave them my phone number. So I was like, screw it, and I gave their phone number. And I was like, okay, so now I really need to go because I have a schedule after dinner time, and it took literally like 20 minutes of my dinner time. I left the cafe, and then apparently this person coincidentally finished their dinner at the same time as me. So I was like, I'm screwed. So now I have these 3 options, and I smartly enough chose this one. And I ran, and thankfully my next schedule was on the same building, so I just ran upstairs, and I was like, and then so I'm not allowed to use my phone like in the place that I want to. It's like a academy, but then like they don't let you use your phone. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. So I couldn't check my phone for freaking 4 hours. Yeah, my academy ended at 9. This creature texted me 5 times. Okay, so I gave their phone number, right? And then they called me straight after so that I can get their phone number. And guess what I saved their phone number as? Yeah, that was their name on my contact list. And in the messages, and like I use an iPhone, it has a time, so it was around like 9, right? And then it has a date. And then here it says 5 messages. What the actual So I checked, and guess what they said? Did you have a good I clearly remember, I was so shocked. Be careful. I'm not making this up, okay? Be careful on your way home. So ironic, huh? Guess who put me into danger? So I was like, yeah. And then it's like, I was like, thank you. I answered back because I was, too naive. But then like, I answered back, and they were like, yeah. Next time, let's, meet up once and, hang out. And I was like, sure. I texted them sure, but then in my mind I'm like, are you crazy? Do you think I would say yes? I said sure out of politeness, but then I was like, what the actual? And then I blocked them because I was creeped out. Because in the country that I live in, you don't do that. Even in the States or anywhere else, you go up to a freaking stranger and get their phone number after you knowing them for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And then they text you, have a good day and be careful on your way home, when they put you into danger. So I was like, yeah, it was chaotic. So I was like, I told my friend, I told him like this person was either a person who did not have any social concepts, or either they're psychopaths, or either they do not know how to socialize and make friends, or either they want to kill me and stalk me. Or number 5, which I don't think it is the case, but they want to be friends with me, was a high schooler, and that person looked at least 35-ish. So back to that story, I blocked them. So I use a messaging application called Kakao. Yeah, it's sort of similar to WhatsApp. But then this message was from Kakao. I blocked them from in Kakao. And in Kakao Talk, if you click on the person's profile like shows up and there's a background. And then you can click on the background to check like what you uploaded before and stuff. I clicked nothing. Nothing other than like, I remember so clearly because I was so shocked. Other than like 4 people that looked like skiing people, like ski, whatever. It was winter, so it was reasonable. Oh yeah, and then they told me that there was some sort of athlete or like sports whatever person. And I was like, yeah, and I searched their name up, no result. So yeah, I blocked them, and they did not keep up. iPhones have a default messaging app. They texted me through that. God. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I blocked their phone number, and I blocked like everything that could possibly be, and I searched up on the internet to what to do when somebody random comes up to you in a freaking Starbucks and then like ask your number out of nowhere and only they consider you as friend and you don't consider them as friend. And I searched up what to do when they literally text you as if you've been friends with them forever. No result, because apparently that does not happen to people that often. Why me? What the hell did I do wrong? Why? So that was my experience with Starbucks. After that, I cannot go to Starbucks in that particular building. Literally, I was so close to actually contacting the police because I was so creeped out, and I couldn't tell my parents because I thought that like they would freak out as well. So yeah, I really couldn't tell anyone, but then it was so creepy. Like, I can't forget how scared I was. I will show you. I remember how they looked like. That's how scared I was. I remember so clearly. I shouldn't have gone to Starbucks on that day. That looks creepy. They were a bit chubby and looked like they just came back from skiing or something. That's a scarf. That is exactly how they look like. Well, not exactly, but then like similar. They had much more of a flat eye. This dude looks younger than 35, but then they looked not as young. Anyways, this person right over here. How could anyone not get freaked out? So that was me, and the memory was Starbucks. After that, I cannot go into Starbucks alone because that's how creepy it was. You guys probably cannot imagine how creepy it was because you guys didn't experience it, but it is really creepy. You get goosebumps. Anyways, that's it for today. I just, want to share this story, and I want to tell you guys, please be careful and don't leak your phone number to anyone, because I don't know if it's just me who feels like this, but then like after I gave them my phone number, I got 3 times more spam mails than I did before. So please be careful and don't trust anyone. Please don't act too friendly and look strong, because they apparently picked on me because I looked like a weak ass chick or something. So that's it for this episode of Weird Stories of Ruriel's life. I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.